Hello everyone, this is GamerCat09, and today we're doing a kind of predictions talk discussion about The Walking Dead final season, which is going to be coming out in just a couple days. As I'm recording this, it is Saturday, August 11th, and I've had a couple people on social media ask me my thoughts and if I saw the trailer and if I played the demo and if I did anything. And the short answer is I saw the trailer once last night. I have not played the demo yet, but I thought it would be in my best interest to watch it again and talk about it and just talk about where we've come in this whole entire series as a whole. And kind of give you my thoughts and my feelings and my predictions, what I think might happen in the final season, what I think may not happen in the final season. I haven't done one of these in a couple of years. I don't think I've done this since season 2, maybe? Season 2? I didn't get the chance to do anything with season 3. Because I think around the time that season 3 happened, there was a lot going on, and by the time I thought about doing something, the game was already out, so I just kind of jumped into it. But given the fact that this is the final season, it's going to end Telltale Walking Dead series, is mind-blowing in itself to me. I can't believe we've finally come to the conclusion now. Like, I'm trying to remember exactly off the top of my head when the first season came out, and it must be like 3 or 4 years ago already, something like that. And this is completely unscripted, so it's not like I have anything prepared to say, so I figured I would just wing it and make it, so we're going to talk about it. So last night, I watched this trailer, which I'm going to watch with you guys, and kind of talk and stop and talk about things as I see happen and kind of give you guys my thoughts and my feelings about it. But the trailer made me very excited and very nervous and just like a mix of emotions, because I don't want everything to end and I'm also dreading what might happen, but I'm also excited to see where it goes. So we're just going to get right into it and just talk about it as we go. So I think the first thing is we have to start from the very beginning. So.
I can't let another kid die.
I'm not gonna let that happen.
So another kid die makes me think that I don't know if we'll witness it or if we'll hear about it, but another kid die. That's already kind of the premise of what this final season's going to be about. It's going to be about kids taking care of kids, adults taking care of kids, and kids getting caught up in the apocalypse. That is zombies. It's never a good recipe for the kids in the end. It's going to be a little heart-wrenching.
Lee.
It's okay.
No.
It's okay. Don't be afraid.
This is so depressing.
I'll miss you.
Traumatic, a little bit. Kind of almost like a trigger for those of us who played the game, who've come to grow and love what Clementine's become. But Clementine now looks like a much older woman than she did even from season 3. So I don't know what age spectrum we're working on with her, but she obviously looks like somebody who has had her heart broken, who's gone through a lot of shit in her life, and the graphics have also improved greatly, I think, since the very first game. Like, you could even see her eyes, like the glossness in her eyes, like the kind of like shadow texture animation. I don't know. It's nice. And then there's AJ.
Lee. His name was Lee.
I can't imagine what that must have been like.
Okay, so I have no idea who this character is. I haven't read anything about the characters, but it concerns me that Clementine has a bandage around her head. I'm not sure why that's a thing. I'm assuming she might have gotten hurt and then brought to here, wherever here is, with this guy. So I'm curious to see how she ended up amongst these group of kids.
People leave, they die. There's less of us all around. It's
Now, what was she taking from behind her? Hang on. I have to watch this again.
around.
What is this? There's something here that she's taking from behind her back.
It's hard.
Also, there's two kids here. And I don't know, I think these two kids are different than AJ. I think they're two separate, different kids. I don't know if they belong to her, if it's just all these kids together. I'm not sure. Probably like lost children of the apocalypse. I don't know.
Hard to survive too long these days without being a bit troubled.
We gonna do it? We're doing it.
Here, kid, have a knife. Have fun. It's like, all right.
Welcome to Erickson's boarding school for troubled youth.
For troubled youth. Now, I wonder if that's what this building facility was before the apocalypse and they're just kind of there from it, or if that kid that was talking was named Erickson, it's named after him. I'm not sure. And what's considered troubled youth? Is it kids of, you know, like the apocalypse who've lost people?
It's our little kingdom.
Our little kingdom.
Kids are safe here. We make sure of it.
I'm Clementine.
Yeah, I know. Your kid won't stop talking about you.
So, this whole season seems to be just about children. Just about young children. So I don't know how old Clementine is in this. I'm assuming maybe late teens? Late teens, maybe? So, technically still kid, I guess. But most of the kids here know how to use weapons to defend themselves, so...
Does he know what that is?
Yes.
We all had to grow up fast. But you're safe now. And so's your friend.
Hey! Over here!
Clem, look. Someone sabotaged this.
Marlin! We got walkers on the fence!
The walkers are coming.
Monsters.
Oh, monsters. And it's sad that AJ has grown up, like, he was born into the apocalypse. He does not know what a life without monsters is. And that is depressing. But it does make me a bit curious how his character will be in terms of these monsters. Like, does he fear them in a way like we feared the boogeyman as kids? Or does he just see this as an everyday thing? Like, oh, there's monsters outside. Like, is he just not fazed? Like, I don't really see fear instilled in him. I just see, like, curiosity and also, like, alertness. So that'll be interesting to see develop.
Everyone's counting on me to step up. I can't let another kid die.
Wait a minute. I saw something. Hang on. What is this? What is this? Is this a dog? Are these rabbits? What are these? They gotta be like food or something.
I can't let another kid die.
We're not gonna let that happen. I promise.
I just keep thinking that things might have ended differently if I was there.
Everybody dies. It's not really up to us.
And who are these people? Taped to a chair? Like, I have questions.
Dies. It's
Like, there's something on the ground. I wonder if this is what that girl in the previous scene was talking about, if she was able to do more. So it looks like Clementine's cleaning it up.
It's not really up to us anymore.
Whoa, wait, whoa. Okay, hang on. There's a lot going on in this scene. So we have explosion. And then I'm trying to pause at the right time. Okay, so that's a guy's head being eaten by a dog. I don't know whose dog this is, but that's pretty, and then this is part of the traps, I guess, they set up.
I'm trying to protect you!
Also, who's this guy? I've been seeing him a lot. Okay, she's stabbing him. I don't know what this is and why it looks so weird. Come on. Okay, gun. Him. Who is this guy? I've been seeing him a lot in the trailers and kind of hints, and I don't know who he is. Is he like the new enemy?
The first person who taught me about survival was Lee.
What'd he teach you?
How to say goodbye.
So sad. Okay, so that's that. That's the trailer. And it doesn't really reveal a lot. Like, it does, but it doesn't. And I think that's how they wanted it. It doesn't look like we're going to see anybody from previous seasons. I keep hoping, like, every time I make these predictions, I keep hoping that in the past that, you know, oh, so-and-so from season 1 will come back, or so-and-so from season 2 will come back. And, like, it's become more than apparent that nobody's coming back. This is The Walking Dead. No one's here. Like, Kenny's gone, Lily's gone. Javier might still be around. I don't know if he'll make an appearance. I doubt it. I'm pretty sure they're done with that storyline. None of the other sub-stories, like Michonne and 400 Days, nobody's going to cross over. You're not going to see anybody from them. You might get like an Easter egg cameo appearance kind of thing, maybe like a picture or like a reference to a previous thing, but I'm thoroughly convinced we're not going to see anybody. It's just basically going to be Clementine and AJ. My biggest concern is that, like, I feel like since this is the final season, I feel like Clementine will die. I don't like to think that way. I don't like to say it out loud, but I feel like this is the only way that Telltale can end it, is if they kill off the character and they just let, you know, AJ move on and live without her. I feel like that's the only way. Either she will die or AJ might die, and then that'll be like the end of everything, or everybody dies. That could also be a thing, because it's the apocalypse. Everybody could die. Maybe nobody will die. Maybe it'll kind of hint towards like Clementine saying, AJ, you need to go, you need to leave me behind, and then maybe that doesn't happen, and she kind of wonders how she's able to get through this when Lee couldn't survive through it, you know? It's just a lot of thought process. It's just a lot of stuff to think about as a whole. And I am excited. I'm also nervous. It's going to be an intense feel train. I feel like in the beginning, when The Walking Dead started, that it was more about learning to survive, learning to be smart about your wits, and to learn what's around you, and to learn to, you know, scavenge for food and supplies. And now, many years later, as we're into this final season, we already have that down. We already have the survival part down, the traps and everything like that. Everybody who has lived up to this point in the final season has lived because they survived thus far. So it's more about maintaining relationships, maintaining survival, and not learning to survive. Everyone knows how to survive. It's just the repetitive monotony of doing it day after day after day. It just becomes a way of life. But it becomes such a common way of life that you can't ever be comfortable with it. You can't ever be comfortable with killing zombies and be comfortable with being safe, because everything is just constantly changing and stuff happens and goes wrong all the time. And that, I feel like this is what the final season is going to be. It's going to be just kids who have learned to do what they have learned to do thus far because they've learned to work together and survive. And I think it's going to be a lot of pressure on Clementine as well as that other kid and the other older kids to protect everybody. It's going to be a massive, like, I don't know how they're going to approach it in such a way where, like, kids are getting, like, killed and slaughtered all over the place, but I don't know. I do have a really terrible feeling that Clementine might die. And I don't know how to think about that. But with that being said, I think this kind of is my conclusion of it. Like, it's... I could go on forever and, like, tie in stuff from the previous games and, like, predict that maybe people would come back. A part of me still believes that Kenny is somewhere out there alive, that maybe Lily has found a way to survive as well. I would prefer it if they did bring somebody back from the first season, somebody that Clementine would recognize, somebody that she would know, that would kind of trigger all of these memories from when she was with Lee, from when they were, I don't know, and then there was the whole, we never found out what happened to, oh man, I'm going to forget her name. From season 2. The woman. Why is her name escaping me? Her name's escaping me. I have to look this up now. Krista. Okay. So, Krista. I am curious if she by chance is alive. I kind of want somebody from the series to make an appearance in this. Someone from way long ago to kind of give Clementine a little bit of hope that something good has happened. You know what I mean? Like, something has survived. Like, especially since Krista was pregnant. I think she lost the baby. Yeah. She did lose the baby. But it would be nice to know if she made it anyway. Since I have talked about this now, I am probably going to go and play the demo and see where that leads us with everything. So let me know your thoughts and your feelings and what you think is going to happen in the final season, and what have your feelings been so far with everything. Let's discuss this. Let me know in the comments below and we'll talk about it. Otherwise, I am super excited for this to come out in a couple of days, and I can't believe it's already in a couple of days. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this, and stay tuned for more next time. So until then, take care everybody, and bye-bye.